Hi writers, I bet you are pumped and excited because we are back for our second writing lesson of the week. This week we are moving into Unit 4, Mini Lesson 12. Writers, your goal in Mini Lesson 12 is this. You are going to show, not tell, by focusing on tiny, realistic details. You know, while I love fiction books that include aliens and monsters and talking animals, sometimes we need to talk about realistic fiction. You know, I love silly fiction things, but this time in our writing, it's time to focus on some things that are more realistic. Still fiction, but fiction that feels real. So, as you started working on your series yesterday, we started talking about how authors use details to make their books feel real. Today, we're really going to focus in on that. Today, we are going to think about small details that writers pile on to help their readers picture the story in their mind. Have you ever read something, especially in chapter books as we're getting to them, and the authors really give tons and tons of detail, and that helps you start forming the pictures in your head. So that's what we're going to start working on as we're becoming better writers. I'd like you to look at this book, Bink and Golly. This is another famous and favorite series of mine, and I'm going to look through this book, just kind of flip through it, and you're going to look for words and pictures, just like we did yesterday, that make this book feel a bit real. Although it's a fiction story, it's illustrations. What makes this feel real? What details? So right off the cover, we can see that it's two characters, Bink and Golly. They certainly look like they're girls that we could see. Their clothing is pretty realistic. They're doing roller skating together. Oh, look. This is a scene that could happen in your homes. You could be on the phone in a chair on the couch. So again, the setting is real. What they're doing, they're having conversation or dialogue. Let's see what else. Oh, in this illustration, they're walking outside. They're going to a store. The details of the clothing, their location. Again, all these topics, all these details make Bink and Golly feel like they could be real characters. So today, as we're moving into our teaching point, I want to teach you that writers show their readers what is happening in their story. A lot of us just tell a single event that happened, but now that you're becoming better and better writers, you have to add on the details to show, to get your readers really feeling what is happening. So, one way to do this, and something we're going to work on today, is writers picture their story in their brains, and then they add lots of realistic, exact details that help their readers picture what is happening. This way, readers really get a sense of what is happening. So today, I'm going to start a new series. You all started a series yesterday, so I figured maybe I should start a series too. And I'm going to use my series, and I hope you can picture it in your mind as I talk about it. So, my series is going to be about a character named Fran. I had to start a new series too. I had to come up with new characters. And in my first book, Fran will meet a dog. So today, to get started, I'm going to really try and picture the scene of when Fran and the dog first met. And I'm going to try to come up with some details about the characters. So I want to zoom in on the character of the dog. Yes, I've introduced you to two characters, Fran and the dog, but I'm going to take a zoomed in picture of the dog. And I'm going to show my readers some exact details of the dog. So here we go. Let's see. I have this one part right at the beginning of my story where Fran, that's the girl, was afraid of the dog. But in my mind, this is funny because I picture and imagine the dog as actually kind of small and cute. So I need to show why I say the dog is cute, not just the dog is cute. So let's think about some of the way famous authors give details so that they don't just tell us, but so we can have a better picture. I need to give a better picture of why the dog is cute and that it's funny that Fran is afraid. All right, so I am going to look at this book, Yard Sale, that you peeked at a little bit yesterday. Let's really take a look at some of the ways that the author gave us an idea of how the character was feeling. I look up at him. I think his eyes are all teary, but probably not. My dad doesn't cry. It's okay, I say, and I let go of the bike. I don't need to take it, the man begins. It's okay, I say again. Then I add, but will you give it back to me when we get our house back? The man smiles. Definitely. This author gave enough details to really get the idea that the girl is feeling really sad about having to get rid of her bike. It also shows us that the dad feels sad too. So as we're describing characters, we're going to use details so that we can really get the picture of how your characters are acting and feeling. So we just saw that the author of Yard Sale does a really good job loading on and piling the details so the reader really feels what is happening. I need to do a better job describing my dog so we can get a better picture and a better visualization of what that character looks like and why it was silly in my brain that Fran was afraid of this dog. So here we go. I'm going to picture, and I want you to do this in your writing when you start thinking about your characters. I'm picturing the dog in my brain. In fact, I'm even going to close my eyes and try and make a picture of what this dog looks like. Okay, so are you ready? Here comes my planning. I'm going to plan my story and think about the details I want to add. All right, so I'm picturing my dog in this story to have floppy ears, okay? Can you start to imagine the floppy ears? And I'm also thinking of a short little stubby tail that wags a lot and makes the dog seem like he's really happy. So short floppy ears and a stubby waggy tail. Oh, and it might sound silly, but I picture my dog having a grin on his or her face. Can a dog grin? I think that dogs can smile. So my dog has cute floppy ears, a stubby little happy tail, and a smile on his face. Okay. That would work, right? Did you see how I pictured in my mind what my character, what my dog will really look like? Did those details make my dog feel more real? Could you as a reader picture what my dog looked like? Did my description help? To me, it really, really does. So today, you are going to have the opportunity to do this with one of your characters as well. In fact, we're not asking you to write a story today. We're asking you to think of one of your characters that's going to be in your next series and really do a description as I just did with my dog. So you're going to take a piece of paper. You're going to draw your character. In my case, I would draw my cute little dog. And then I would do sentences that describe the dog just like I planned it in my brain. This isn't a story, but these details will help you give your readers more description in your stories ahead. So Do you think you can do that? Can you think of a character? Draw your character and then write some descriptions of what this character will be like in your future stories. Are you ready? Go for it. And then tomorrow, you will use these characters and the descriptions to write the next story in your series. Have fun, happy writing, go, go, go.